He can.
What's up, everybody? Just in case if y'all log on and we ain't supposed.
Yeah, what he
What
said.
happened?
Yep.
Yeah, what he said.
I lost him. I
We
lost
lost.
him.
We lost him, coach.
I know we live, but I lost him.
So you gotta
So
leave
y'all get
99
the
and get the one, huh?
y'all get the real. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm. That rod and that staff, that comfort me.
They comfort me.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's up,
so
everybody? It's your boy Taz, and this is the intro podcast. Look, we live, so whatever happens, happens, fellas. Um,
Uh oh.
it kind of just is what it is.
Let's get it.
I gotta remember
let's
that.
get it.
I gotta
Okay, we
slide to the side
sound
before I
good,
get
we
on
look
first.
good. So, man, first of all, it's been forever since we've been on this show. What's been going on in the life of everybody, those that are traveling to Hawaii, Jamaica, and Africa, Montez, and those who are going to Southern California, Willie, and those who are
Hey.
just chilling with the Dallas Stars, doing all this famous stuff. And the furthest I've gone is Walmart. So I'm just trying to
First of
figure out
all,
what am I
first of all,
missing.
it's not the Dallas Stars. I have not worked with the Dallas Stars,
Okay, so who is
but
it? Let me know.
I appreciate that. You said what?
He was
Who are you with then?
I was with the Dallas Queens, but I'm not with them no more.
Okay, so you've moved to the Mavericks. That's good then. Praise the Lord.
praise, praise the Lord.
Shouts out
Yeah.
to our viewers on YouTube, Builder Chato and Judy Castillas. Thank you guys for checking us out. Definitely, you have the
Yes, Lord.
opportunity to chat with us. We will mention you in the show and all the other good stuff. Those of you who are going to be logged on via Facebook, we appreciate you guys for logging on also. Willie, come on, California, what's going on? How was it?
Oh man, it was it was great. It was relaxing, it was soothing, it was refreshing. The weather was great, of course, 80-degree weather every day.
Man,
You know, palm trees, of course, mountains, everywhere you drive, everywhere you look. It's just a different view. And I think it's always important to get out of a familiar place and just to get away,
yeah.
and regroup, revive, restore, get refilled. Two highlights of my trip. Number one was prior before me flying out there. My sister in law, shout out to Andrea. She texted me before I flew out there Friday night. She's like, "Hey, bro, I normally do Bible studies with some of my friends. I want to see if you can host one for us." And I was like, "Wow." kind of blew me away because I didn't know she was even doing stuff like that in the word and as a 21-year-old and trying to grow in the Lord. And so that was really encouraging. And so we did that Tuesday night in one of her friends' house, and I led. We talked about discipleship. What does that look like in all of our families? And they were very, very vulnerable and transparent, and that allowed me to open up a little bit. And so now that was one of the main highlights of my trip. And of course, spending time with family, Tamika's pops, making sure we were there for him and supporting him, getting him through his time.
Yeah.
Number two was being in that jacuzzi.
Man,
Yes,
look,
Lord.
whenever you sent that picture, I was so jealous.
Yeah, they Tamika's pops, man, retired correction officer for 30 years, man, bust his butt, but have a beautiful home, man. I mean, you guys seen part of it, 2-story, really, really nice home, have the pool and jacuzzi. And so that Thursday afternoonish, after we finished taking care of him, I like, man, hey Andre, I need you to warm up this jacuzzi. I need to
That part.
relax for for a minute. Got in there, chill, sip some wine, and had my earbuds in, just listen to music, just chilling, man, because we know music can take you places, depending
Yeah.
on whatever genre it is.
Yeah.
Just relaxing. And then that same night, Tamika's uncle, Uncle Cotton, who kind of like her brother, I mean her father's best friend of over 40 years, came over. We was in the back just chopping it up. He was like, "Hey, when you go back?" I said, "I leave Friday morning." And so, hey, he wanted to see if I can extend my flight, so I did to leave Friday evening. And so that night, we go over to his house. We get to his house, beautiful home as well. Get in the backyard, and he got jacuzzi. So I hopped in that one
Man,
too.
I bet you did.
And his jacuzzi was like next level, man. It had like different seating areas, different water pressures for the full body, for the shoulders, the leg. I'm like, my God,
I'd
this
have
is
fell
Mm.
asleep
next
and
level.
drowned.
I almost did. I almost did. But yeah, hung out with her family over there. He cooked some ribs, some mac and cheese. We eating good. Yeah, man. And so those are like the main two highlights of my trip. And then of course, that Monday when I got out there, and get my feet done. I like getting my petties, man. Got my
Yeah,
little
man.
pedicure done.
Hey.
And yeah, overall, just spending time with the family, making sure Pops was good, and yeah, it was good.
I have to get out of being ticklish because when I got my last pedicure, I almost kicked the person that was doing it.
My God.
Because
You
you
must
know
have
you
been
have
hit.
that part where they under your foot, and I'm like
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
man up. My booty cheeks are clenched, and I'm grabbing the chair and everything. I'm like, nigga,
Oh
you are
Lord.
not gonna. Now I almost kicked that woman in her face, and I felt real bad for that. But God be glorified at the end of the day. Um,
About to catch a case.
look, speaking of cases, let's talk about this case. You done been to Hawaii, Jamaica, Africa, and Europe all in the same time. What's going on,
Now hold on
Montez?
now. Don't lie to the people, sir. I ain't been
Montez been
Yeah.
everywhere, boy.
Man, let's talk about this cruise. First of all, man, how was the
Man, back to
cruise?
back.
So the cruise was the longest I've ever been on. I've been on a couple cruises, but never that long. It was an 8-day cruise.
Okay,
So man, when I tell y'all, it's a lot of water for sure.
man,
But like, there's so much going on the boat. You're not even focused on being in the middle of the water.
yeah.
But
They definitely keep you busy. They keep you entertained, man. There's something for people of all ages, all backgrounds. It don't matter what you're into. You can find something to do for sure.
Gotta give this shout out because it's your girl. Sue is on. Thank you for joining us, baby girl.
hey,
Hey, baby.
Andrea
hey,
Dean, thank you for joining
Destination.
us also. All right, so right after that, y'all decided to get back on the private jet and go where?
Now see now you keep telling these stories, brother. I was flying coach in this joke. I
Man.
was just happy to be there.
oh
Look, the
man,
IRS gonna find y'all and audit you now.
No, we went to Hawaii, and I got a chance to see not only mountains, but I saw black sand beaches,
Wow.
just beaches in general. Like I live in, the Dallas Fort Worth area, so we ain't got that. So
Right.
just to be
no, we
able
ain't got
to
that.
see stuff like that, just wake up, hit that little drive, and you at the beach. Oh, that
Yeah.
was nice.
That's what's up. What is the out of both of y'all traveling experiences, what is the one thing that caught y'all completely by surprise that y'all were excited about?
Ooh, that I was excited about.
Go ahead, Tez. I gotta think on that one.
Wait, but before
Uh,
wait, Chance. But before you say something, let me iterate. I saw you dancing, bro,
you saw me dancing?
on the
You
cruise.
saw? Oh yeah, I was about to say if you danced on the crew. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I was
I
gonna
got down.
I was like, what do
say,
you mean you
yeah.
saw him dancing?
Don't start no rumors.
He did that
You
other
know I'm
dance for
dancing
somebody.
right.
That,
No
that
pose
was for
involved.
wifey
No
only.
pose involved.
But yo, what's the one takeaway that you all took from these trips where y'all were like, wow?
Hmm.
I would say probably the importance of not
Yeah,
only getting away, but seeing something you've never seen so that
yeah,
you can truly appreciate it.
yeah.
Because you don't know it's out there until you get out there.
hmm
Nah, it's true. Um,
Willie
I was
just
trying
gonna
to go
say
to
the
Uncle Elroy
jacuzzi.
house with Willie, but he didn't invite me. So I
yeah,
promise y'all that
yeah,
backyard looked like Uncle Elroy house.
we said Uncle Elroy.
I laughed when you
We said
put that
Uncle
in the
Elroy
post.
house.
That was everything, and it actually looked like it too.
No,
Yeah.
fact. Uncle Elroy, we Uncle Willie's son.
Man,
Um, I think the one thing I wasn't expecting going back to Tamika's Uncle Cotton, like I mentioned earlier, him and Pops Andre, they're really like brothers. They've been over 40-year friendship.
yeah,
Both retired as correctional officers. They just did life together. And so I think the most powerful thing that I could have ever saw was Uncle Cotton being there for his brother, knowing that his brother has had, these health complications, can't really
yeah,
fend for himself. And so I saw him, serving. I
yeah,
think that's a lot of things that I seen, the Lord was showing me in this overall trip was being a servant leader. Because at the end of the day, we have to put ourselves in position to where it's not always about us.
hmm
And,
yeah,
not for
Mm.
no more. Putting
yeah,
ourselves aside to be able to serve on the betterment of other people. And
yeah,
so that's probably one of the most powerful things that I saw was Uncle Cotton sitting himself aside and being there for his brother and make sure that he's good,
Wow.
make sure he's eating, make sure that he's drinking. Hey, what do you need? I'll be over here tomorrow. Just
yeah,
you don't see that a lot from men.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's the point I'm trying to
Yeah.
make. And we've talked about it on previous shows of how we don't do that. And so that was really awesome to see.
yeah. I can't go away. I never really asked you, Jay, but your experience with the basketball league. What was the biggest thing going in that you didn't know that once you were there, you were like, wow.
How good they were, if I'm being honest. I'm
That's
gonna be
fair.
honest.
We talked about it.
I'm not. I'm not gonna say that I thought they were like, like it's high school and then it's the WNBA.
Yeah.
No, but I thought a lot of them out there didn't deserve to be out there. They were just filling roster spots,
Uh-huh.
but they can definitely hoop. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Andrea Dean
I had to
says,
eat my words that day.
could you play any of them one on one and actually win?
Oh Lord. We talked about this, Jay.
Uh-oh, the call out.
What's the score?
Willie, what's the score?
Let's say we're going to 15 and you got the ball. What's the score?
Oh, okay, 15. I have the ball first. Mm, um, yes, I feel like
No, but
yes.
before you answer, let's say you playing somebody like Jackie Young from the Aces.
Oh no,
Ah, cool.
no. I was thinking more so of, what I'm saying,
Who you
Alexa
thinking?
Thomas, what I'm saying, because she ain't got no jumper.
Dang.
Um, no, that's the reason why the Mercury. We can get into this a little more later, but that's one of the reasons why the Mercury lost is because they didn't have. She was a worse Draymond Green, so like she's really good at officiating and playing defense, but then on offense,
Yeah.
like what do? You
Got
don't say you don't really do nothing. So
yeah. So
that
so if you're playing Alyssa Thomas to 15 and you got the ball, what's the
mm,
score?
shoot. If I warmed up properly, I'll give it 15. I give it 15-8. If I did it and I gotta warm up during the game, I get like 15-11. Cause
Okay.
she's really good at getting in the paint. So like now I ain't no small dude, you know what I'm saying? But this is her lane. This is what she do. So
Yeah.
she's gonna be a little
Right.
more, smart about it. Get her leg between me, elbow me the chest or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Get her little buckets. But nah,
Facts.
I don't. She's just gonna have to be, say just bully ball and beat me.
I'm actually
That's
here for
the,
that
me
game.
personally. That's the only way I can see myself losing to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrea Dean says Hawaii is beautiful. Uh, Lady Renee says, "Hey y'all, God's beautiful creation." Lady Renee, I need to ask a question. I need some macaroni and cheese.
My God.
I'm just gonna put that out
Doctor,
there. I'm just gonna put that out
Man,
there. In no, and maybe a burger with all the heavens. Just
with all the heavens.
with all the
My
heavens.
God.
I just want to put that out there.
The Mondo Burger.
The Mondo Burger, and that's what we gonna market it as too. Speaking of marketing, let's talk about what's going on with the bakery, Montez.
Hey.
So as far as the bakery, I got a couple more flavors that I have mastered. So it's going well, and I switched up my packaging.
Okay,
So I have better boxes. They're in
Facts.
boxes
I
now
like
instead
that.
of
got
bags.
you.
absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. If you are like me, and sometimes you have a sweet tooth that just can't be conquered by anything but the best, man, y'all need to follow and get on Montez's nerves. That Negro, them cookies, man, them macadamia nuts, dude. The last ones you baked for us. I know I was supposed to save them for the next show because we didn't record
Oh,
that day. I I had the best communion ever. Your cookies was the
This had the
bread.
communion.
Oh my
Look,
goodness.
I
your
don't know if
cookies.
that's what he meant when he said take communion, but I'm sure he
Look,
knows your heart, right?
your cookies was the bread, and Crown Royal was the juice. Crown Royal peach, as a matter of fact. Praise the Lord. Yes, he
My
did. He turned water
Oh
into wine
man.
that day. Yes, he did.
my
Well,
God.
he turned wine into crown because he's the King of glory, and I'm made in this image and likeness. So what happened is, I took the word and I
Mm.
made it. That yeah. Uh-huh. I know how to
Mm-hmm.
take the word and
Hey,
manipulate it for God's glory.
hold on,
Oh
wait. He
Lord.
blessed and then broke it, huh?
He broke bread. Yes, he did. Sure.
My goodness.
Man.
Anyways, look, Lady Renee told me I got it. So if I have to travel for this macaroni, I'm on the road. So you let me know what that is.
That's right.
Again, fellas, it's good to have you guys. It's been a minute since we've been able to do intro podcast. Also, let's let them know that right after this particular show, we're gonna go out, regather, and come back with sports therapy podcast. Also with the same fellas that you see. So if you're watching now, I need you guys after this show. Give us a couple seconds. We're gonna be right back with them for their sports show. I'm actually liking this live thing. So I
I'm
think
with
we're,
it.
we're gonna have to do this more often, and I'm even liking the virtual. Although I like being in your face, this virtual thing is pretty dope. A lady Renee says I need them cookies or whatever. You get the cookies all the time. God damn it, I'm the one be starving. All she got to do is be like, baby, in her own little way, and she just get the cookies. Today, as I was driving, and then we're going to the deep dive. Today, as I was driving, I was listening to a recording from the Breakfast Club, and Lauren reported a story, and I want to see how you guys feel about migration. You guys remember the magazine Vibe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry, I forgot how old you're not. So
Dang.
Jay probably has
Nah,
never even heard of Vibe magazine.
you probably ain't heard about magazine.
I'm
Mm-mm.
fired. I fired myself for that one. So Vibe magazine, which is known to be the urban magazine for pretty much the duration since it's been invented, is now merging with Rolling Stone.
Oh wow.
Okay, I
That's
know
that's
Rolling
the
Stone. I
same.
just don't know.
The same face you making right now, Montez, is the face that I made whenever Lauren said this.
My bad. My
Hmm.
bad.
And the only reason why I probably make that face is because whenever you think of the legacy of Vibe magazine, how it's been that black magazine or the magazine that represented African Americans, now you merging with someone who don't necessarily cater to that demographic as much. So the question is, do you think this was a merger that would benefit Vibe or benefit Rolling Stone more?
Hmm.
Because for me personally, I think it benefits Rolling Stone more because you get the audience, you get that African American audience that you didn't have before this merger. Because Vibe has always been that. So now,
Yeah.
you're gaining that audience. Uh, is it deserved?
Yes, I would say. Yeah, I would definitely say it's deserved. Like you mentioned, Vibe has been around for who knows how long, man. It's
Man,
definitely the um image and magazine of our culture. And so I could definitely agree with you saying that it would enhance Rolling Stone and bring over that our culture. You think about it, social media now, our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they mimic a lot of stuff that we do.
yes, yeah,
If
yeah,
you
yeah.
pay attention to social media, the tonality, the fashion, the wordplay, the music, like
Hmm.
they are moved by our culture, and so no, I definitely think it would benefit them more to give them that demographic.
Definitely. Anybody else? I
Oh,
think,
I ain't got nothing to say. I don't know.
yeah. You don't really, Vibe magazine. You was
So
probably 3 years old.
I'm gonna say as a former subscriber to Vibe, that's definitely more for Rolling Stones
Hmm.
Yeah.
because for the most part, we not too much worried about what they got going on.
This is
What
true.
they doing, like there's certain songs that we may like or certain artists or whatever, but it's more so gonna be more of a benefit for them, like you said, because of the demographic that we bring
Yeah,
Hmm.
and everybody that's coming with it.
yeah,
It's definitely more of a benefit for them, and it's a peek into our culture, but it's not to the point where oh well, we can just act like everything that's been going on
yeah,
between these
yeah.
cultures is clashing. We're not gonna act like that's not still happening
But the
just
question
because
is
we did
this,
this merger.
though.
Now it might help. I will say that it may help with that, but and hopefully it does, but
Yeah.
it's
But
definitely
if
more of a
our
benefit for
culture
them.
has been known to be so negative, what makes it okay for other films to mimic it and make it their own? Even with the music, like for one, like people don't really care, but like I remember whenever Beyonce first got into country music, they wanted to crucify her because they're like, "You're not country. This is not you." But then I look at R&B music, I look at gospel music, I look at what we do and how welcoming we are. But whenever it come down to us
Hmm.
crossing over or us
Yeah.
blending with other whatever, it's not that accepted because
You can't sit here.
yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope that it doesn't. I hope that it doesn't downplay what Vibe has been to us for all these years and what they represented. Um, just like I remember my junior high days coming home from school watching BET,
Yeah.
and I was seeing
Man.
Video Soul, and I was seeing the African American, music, like us being represented on TV. But now, of course, learning, within the last couple of years, BET is not necessarily owned or ran by us no more, which is why we
Right.
we see what we see now. So I just hope that we don't necessarily lose who we are in this merger, or that Vibe don't lose who they are or what they represented for all of these years in this merger.
I
Um,
feel like
Yeah.
we as a people have been through too much to lose who we are. We've
yeah,
had to fight through so much adversity that there ain't no losing who we are. If anything, it's just making us stronger.
yeah. See, he started
Mm.
touching stuff like you did, Willie.
Yeah. Yeah, Negro
He
always do.
started touching stuff.
My goodness.
There
No
he
touchy
go.
touchy.
He coming back in. There we go. You start touching stuff.
I don't know what happened.
Anyway, let's get into it. Let me go to the chat, see what we have going on. We are also about to start going live on Twitch. Also, there's a lot of money
Hey,
over there, a lot of
yes,
money,
yeah.
Okay.
and
Twitch
we
where
need
it's
to
at.
get some because I want to go to Hawaii and go on cruises and go to California and go to professional basketball games. I'm tired of going to Walmart and the dollar store. Y'all just
Sitting in
leaving
the
me.
parking lot. Yeah, Lord.
No, man, because parking
Oh,
lot is like $50 just to park. Shoot, you gotta go with half a bag just to park. Shoot.
facts.
But let's talk. I told you guys before we started today. A little background for those of you who follow me on social media, or those of you who know me personally. About a month or so ago, I had the pleasure of having one of my clients here in the DFW, comedian Michael Collier. And while he was here, he was doing shows at the Arlington Improv, which was hilarious. Montez, before I
Yes,
even get
sir.
into the story, tell me about your experience, man.
Man, when I tell you I ain't never laughed so hard,
Dude,
just I really top to bottom, all of the comedians were outstanding. Some that I didn't they don't necessarily look like comedians, but
yeah,
they were super funny. The church
yeah,
lady, you know what I'm talking about, she surprised me. I was like,
yeah.
I
She
didn't
surprised
know
me
it
too.
was like that. Nah, that was good stuff for sure. Definitely appreciate you. Shout out to you for the invite. Uh,
Absolutely.
we finally got to do something. You know, what I'm talking about like these two cats be doing, but it's cool.
I'm
So
glad you said that.
We
so
had to
Wait,
bring
where's
in
the
He
I'm,
did
invite?
I'm
too.
glad you
he,
said that.
So we ain't
I
finna
get
play them
tired of
He didn't
hearing.
games.
invite me or Willie.
He did invite me. I wasn't able to make it, but he did invite
oh
me.
man, that's terrible.
Oh, so I just didn't get one. Okay.
What had happened
I got
was, see,
What had happened was just
See, I'm
crazy.
gonna sit back and watch this happen.
see,
You
so
know, it be your own people, man.
it be your own people sometime, and I promise you it do. But while he was here, I had the opportunity. Uh, as fun as it was a growing experience for me because going into this, I didn't know what to expect. I went in thinking that I was going to basically just do one night, go there, get some footage, do whatever he needed me to do, and basically be good. But I ended up doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 6 shows, 2 shows a day sometime. But while I was there, I was put in situations. The first surprising situation, and I've talked about it before, was after the first show. I was ready to go home, and he was like, "Do you have a car?" I was like, "Yeah, I drove her or whatever." Um, and he was like, "Well, you're going to take us back to the hotel." I'm thinking to myself, "Nigga, first and foremost, you can ask me, cause gas is whatever." But he was cool with it. I was like, and I don't have what you used to ride in. I have a simple Chrysler 200, y'all, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He was like, "Do you have gas?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Do your air work?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You have 4 tires, right?" I was like, "Duh." He's like, "Nigga, let's just go." Which turned into me doing being their transportation for the whole entire week. Um,
Yeesh.
well, yeah, it's a lot. I And in between that, just different opportunities that I got to show who I am and what I do. Uh, Me being so used to hearing that what I have wasn't worth it. Um, I'm not about to ride in your Chrysler, whatever. You have scratches on your car, your microphone system. Like after being told so many times that I wasn't worth it or it wasn't valuable enough, that weekend was something because the whole entire weekend, all I heard was how good it was and how refreshing it was to have me to operate in whatever he threw me into. Um, I want to know from you guys, have you all ever experienced a time where going into something you either thought you wasn't enough because of what you didn't have, or just the experience was bigger than what you could handle?
Kick it out, JJ.
No, I had to move locations. You know, black people don't know how to listen. You know what I'm saying? I say, you know, you gotta keep it professional over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm on live right now. I'm gonna come out there making all this noise. Like, Jesus.
They said they weren't trying to miss their moment, dog. They trying to get on camera. You
Hey,
tripping?
everybody needs 15 seconds of fame.
15 seconds of
Man.
fame.
Nah, nah, you go first, Willie. I was, you know,
We
discombobulated
ain't.
trying to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get time to process my thoughts.
What you think I'm doing? Nah. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a heavy question. I would probably say here recently, man, working at Forest Hill Public Library, probably my most recent experience transitioning from warehouse work, hard labor, all that crazy stuff, and then moving into this arena. A lot of hands on, a lot of um, mistakes, being in a new role. And
Hmm.
the difference is when I worked at, in the warehouse industry, I had a position in leadership, but it wasn't more so of me leading a group of people or having a bunch of tasks that I'm running myself. But as I transition to this library role, it's mainly me being the face of programming. Like everybody come to me, the
Yeah,
phone calls, the community outreach, all these different things, and having to be structured and organized and be good with time management. And so, um, I think I shared with y'all way back, even after the event we had happened at the library, like that. That shook me. I'm like, man, am I really even built for this?
yeah,
Am I even? Is this road even worth me staying in? And do I have the capability? The insecurities was kicking in. The doubt and all of that, man. But I was so grateful to have such a great team and staff. Even our director to go in his office and make it a open door policy so I can share, and be vulnerable and get the help that I need. And so now we have these monthly, check-ins like, hey, how you doing? What do you need help with? How
yeah.
can we help you be better in this role to make sure that you're succeeding, as our program director. And so um yeah, I didn't even know if I was gonna make it, but I see myself now improving. I see myself now gaining the confidence in what I'm doing. And so hey, God take the foolish things to confound the wise.
Yes, he
So
can.
what seems foolish to the enemy seems wise to the Father. So, but I think that's for me now, most recently being in this library role and learning. 'Cause at the end of the day, we human, we gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
We just analyze it, we process. Okay, what can I do better so that I don't do this again? And so, and being held accountable, I think that's one thing that held me back a lot. Where I would shy away from accountability because of being in this
Hmm.
pressured role. And so, but now I'm doing it more now. If I make a mistake, I'm like, hey, my bad, I made this mistake. Let me fix. Let me get it right. And so, yeah, I think that's the most recent experience for me now is being in this different role.
I think one thing that you said that sticks out to me is the ability to admit that, like, if a mistake was made, to admit that it was made and correct it.
And correct it. Yep.
rather than being like some people and just fail to even recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what got you to the point to where even though things wasn't working out the way you probably expected or wanted them to, when did you get to the point to where you were like, okay, I have to stick this out?
I can probably say I think one day I was on my way to work. Maybe like a Wednesday, Thursday morning. I was talking to my uncle Barry, my pop's brother. He's the youngest, but he acts like the oldest because he's the one that's most mature. But talking to him, we just chopping up. I'm checking in on him, checking in on the wifey, family, and he was just really encouraging me. I was telling him about my role at the library, what I'm doing, coming out of warehouse because he had his own business, he had his own company working for FedEx, doing all that, and he was just really encouraging, like, "Hey, nephew, the Lord got you there for a reason." You're
Yeah,
not there by accident. You're not there by happenstance. There's a reason why you had to transition from warehouse to more of the administrator role and all these different things. He got you there for a reason. So I would advise you just to hang in there, man, and just keep pushing. I'm seeing, what God is doing in your life. You've came a long way. And so, yeah, when I was hearing those words,
yeah,
driving in the car, getting ready to pull into the parking lot, like, okay, Lord, I got it. I see people that see what I don't see, even
yeah,
for my wife and her words of encouragement. And so that's when I realized, like, okay, I'm gonna be all right.
yeah,
I'm gonna
definitely.
be all right.
From the chat, Devin Renee says, "Hey, family," and Pastor Laura O'Neill says, "Hey, my sons."
Hey, so mama.
Hey,
Absolutely. So disclaimer to those of you who are watching this or who watch this in the future. We came into this understanding that they are using phones. So if they have to go because of a phone call or something happens, we understand, but they will come back. It's on you, Montez.
All right, since we have heard at this point Willie's work example, man, I was there for it. You know what I'm talking about? I was there with my boy. I was right there with him. You know what I'm talking about? Just trying to, pray him through, and I knew it was a difficult transition for him, because that's a jump
Yeah,
from a
Yeah.
warehouse to a library. That's completely different. So but I can definitely say he has managed to do it well, in stride. So respect to him for sure for making that adjustment. I think for me, just to give a different example, it was going from a church that held about 40 people, 50
Oh
people on a
man.
good Sunday,
man.
armor bearing for that, as opposed to armor bearing for now somebody that is known worldwide
Yeah,
and
Yeah, that's
has a
different.
church. I'm talking about you can get 200 on a good Sunday,
yeah,
like easy. And I'm like, this is a lot. And I think where I struggled starting out was just sitting back watching. It's like, ooh, I don't know if I got the confidence to do this. So I'm
yeah.
chilling. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want no parts. I'll be a faithful member. I'll be here next Sunday. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
But then not only God, but individual people start tugging on you. And it's like, hey, you're supposed to be active, right? What you about to do? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh. I done,
Yeah.
I done heard backstories on my bishop, and it was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
That part.
If I'm just being real, being honest. But the more that I stepped into the role, it was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
It ain't as bad as what I thought,
Yeah.
because we beat ourselves up on the
Mm-hmm.
daily. I'll beat
Nah,
myself up every
facts.
Sunday coming home like, man, I should have done this. I could have done that. I don't know why I hesitated over here. I didn't do
Mm-hmm.
this. But then it got to the point where like, nah, you can do this for real.
Yeah.
And now it's to the point where like you probably one of the main ones they looking for when it comes to armor bearing for Bishop. So
Mm-hmm.
and then, hey, that's God right there, because woo,
Yeah.
when I tell you your
Wow.
boy didn't think he was good enough. I mean, people think, oh well, you are tall, you've been in ministry for a long time, you should walk with a certain confidence. No, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Don't assume,
Yeah.
because I'm
Nah,
about to make you look
facts.
crazy. I promise you.
Yeah.
Because I had those moments where it's like I second guess myself, or I
That's
beat
good.
myself up about whatever,
Yeah.
or I'm trying to scramble and fix it, even though I don't know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Now I done
Mm.
got a lay of the land, so I'm a lot more confident and comfortable in what I do.
Yeah.
That's
Question:
good.
with what you're doing though, Montez, how how important was it, or did you have to deal with, because this is in the church realm, I have to reflect a certain look, because whenever you see Bishop Sherman Allen, you see Montez. So was there
Hmm.
anything about Montez that he had to, or he felt, okay, I have to become this because of this?
Mm.
Whew, that's probably a 24/7, 365 thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
as long as you are in any kind of light, I've seen people in the grocery store and they be like, "Don't you be at Christ Cathedral?
yes, sir.
Don't you armor bearer for Bishop?
Hmm.
Bro, I don't even know who you are."
Yeah,
That's crazy.
So like you have to be ready and have that walk at all times.
yeah,
Like I want to come casual all the time. I can't do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta look the part.
You are
Oh
GQ
yes.
every
I
freaking
get I get
Sunday.
one Sunday, bro. I get one
Every
Sunday where I
Sunday.
get to halfway be casual, and that's it. Other than that, I gotta look the part.
Yeah.
Facts. Wow.
So
Yes,
what
sir.
about you, JJ?
All right, so
Ice
I'm gonna
JJ
need you to ask
Fish.
the question one more time. One more time.
I like the name that Willie just gave you. That was funny. Have you ever been in a situation where
Mm.
you felt like you were not good enough because you didn't feel like you had everything it took to make it happen?
Oh, now see, now the Holy Spirit is giving revelation. Now, right now. Um, Willie was there, but initially, when we first started going to Christ Cathedral, I was like my test saying I was gonna be a member. You know what I'm saying? New church, bigger church. Heard about it when I was younger, but didn't really go to it, or at least I can't remember. Um, but then now that I'm here, I got people talking about, oh, what you do at the church. Oh, you should help with this. Oh, you should do that. Da, da, da. And then Nia, I think Nia texted me first, and she was like, "Hey, how do you feel about teaching?" And I was like, "Hold up. I don't read my
Yeah.
Bible enough. I don't read books enough. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
got
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
patience. I mm-mm. Like there were so many things where I was like, I can't do this." And then we ended up meeting at a Starbucks or just some place like getting some coffee or whatever. Me, Willie, her, Rayleigh, and
Reagan and
Reagan.
Reagan. Yeah.
And then there was like I told them, well, I didn't tell them everything, but I was like, I don't feel like I should be teaching. And then it was like, oh, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna give you a lesson plan. You know, we just started out, so it's another series.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So, I get a couple messages under my belt, whatever. And it's like, okay, this is not too bad. But then I'm going to Willie saying, hey, bro, these kids ain't listening, bro. I'm ready to drop kick these kids, throw them through the window. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like, and then I went to Smiles and I was like, how do you deal with kids all day? Like, the teens is bad. All these boys, I could dang near punch my fist. You know, I'm like, I'm just like, oh, like they just scratch an itch. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And she was like, you just gotta learn how to work with them, be patient, find out what they like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So, and then the last person I talked to was my mom. I was like, I think I found like my niche. She was like, why you say that? And I said, because like I'm actually having fun teaching the middle class. And the reason why I say
Mm,
that is
yeah.
because like they don't fully grasp what I'm saying, but they are excited to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that to me is the best part. It's like whether you know it or you don't know it, you're still trying.
yeah,
So I feel like
Facts.
that was like a reflection of me. It's like even though I didn't know what I'm doing, I didn't know how I'm, but I'm just still gonna do it. And I said, okay, now I see myself in you. I like this. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So now I've been doing it for a little bit. I still don't think I have it all figured out, but I have like little methods that I do to keep them intrigued, keep them talking, keep them involved, all that kind of stuff. So
I think the one thing that we all have in common with, I'm not going to necessarily say the struggle to do, but the wanting to do is the fact that God had somebody who saw us in a bigger way than we saw us.
mm,
Facts.
And
I
I
think that
and
part is major.
it's definitely major because like for me, I was ready to call it quits and be like, first night, peace, I'm out, holler,
Yeah.
and wasn't worried about nothing else. But I would have missed out on a lot of other things that week because out of that week comes one of my new clients who's a 5-star chef who has prepared dinners for presidents and um, major people.
Wow.
Another thing, the very last day of the show, one of Michael's friends came into the dressing room and had a big bag. I'm like, nigga, you look like you about to sell a whole bunch of drugs. He was like, just open up the bag or whatever. I opened up the bag, and it's probably like 5 or 6 of the most expensive suits I've ever seen in my life. He was like, because I saw
mm,
you in what you do for Mike, and I consider Mike my brother. Me and my wife decided to clean out my closet and give you this.
Wow.
mm,
And it's because God allowed somebody to see me somewhere and encourage me to want to be there so that other people can see me in what I do. I feel like for you, Willie, you're in the perfect place. You are a kid magnet. I remember whenever we went out of town on that Greyhound and coming back to Dallas, the kid that
Yeah.
was like glued to you, like would not let you
Yeah.
go. I feel
Yeah.
like you're in the perfect place to affect lives of young people who need that positive male role model that they don't have at home or they don't have in their friend circle. Montez, I think that you're in the perfect place because number one, I'm not gonna lie, and I probably shouldn't say this on camera, but I'm gonna say
Oh
it
my Lord
anyway.
Jesus.
Oh Lord.
Shout out to Lady Renee. I love you, sis. You a baddie. But if you even understood the amount of text, because people know that we are connected, the amount of text messages I get from people, from
Oh Lord
females who'll
Jesus.
be like, "Who is that man? He is gorgeous." I'm like, and he also have a woman, nigga, bag up. But you're in a place to where,
oh my
you know,
gosh.
look, I'm just,
I'm in
and
trouble as soon as I log off. I'm in trouble. No, go ahead,
you're
Trey.
in
Go
the
ahead. Go
perfect
ahead.
Man.
position. God has us positioned to where He already knew what it would take to get us to where we are. And it was not the fact that He knew it was in us, but there were people that He knew we would listen to. But what happens to the young person, or what? Yeah, let's just talk about the youth. What happens to the youth who don't have somebody who can see where they supposed to be and push them? Like, where do they
Mm,
get the encouragement from? Because if you look at a lot of older people now, they'll look at today's youth and be like, "Oh, they cook, they over with, ain't nothing left for them." But what happens if somebody said the same thing for us?
mm.
Mm. Good
Yeah.
question.
That's a good question.
And I think
Yeah.
that's a lot of my motivation because I feel like people did say no to me.
Hmm.
They didn't necessarily say it out their mouth, but they did it with their actions. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't worried about
Yeah.
what I had going on, or the father figure that I didn't have in my life, or whatever. They
yeah,
weren't worried about none of that.
yeah,
So I think that's why I, even with the youth and stuff that come around Bishop, like I make sure that I speak into them,
yeah,
see how they doing, things like that, because that stuff matter.
yeah.
I got a question for you, Troy. Knowing that you have been in this media, podcast, magazine space all these years, and you were used to being told no, you were used to the negativity, you were used to people turning you down. Now you're on a different side of the spectrum. You go into these rooms and people give you encouragement and
Yeah.
bless you with certain things. The reason why I say this is because this quote from Maya Angelou. that says it's not about what you've done, but how you made them feel.
Yeah.
And so for you, how was that whole experience for you now that you're, leaving positive impact in that space now?
Honestly, Mike cussed me out for the first 2 or 3 days because for every compliment, I had a rebuttal as to why it
Yeah,
was not valid.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I got the, oh, you a good driver. Man, this little old car outside. No, you a good driver. I don't trust everybody driving me around. You're good. You're it,
Oh,
or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
um, the pictures that you take with this camera. Like I don't even have the lens that I want. No, it's perfect for what I need. I had to get
wow,
over me.
wow.
whew. That's a
I
word,
was
sir.
my biggest problem,
Yeah, yeah,
and it don't
wow.
matter how long I've been doing something. I still find a reason to still be my biggest problem. Like even looking at this now, I'm looking at least 4 or 5 things I could have probably done to make the visual for this particular show better. But and it's not something that I can't even handle it. It's just, after you've been told so many times that you're not good enough,
Yeah,
You start believing it.
you and baby, when I tell you I believed every single word
yeah,
to what it even limits me to a lot of things or a lot of opportunity because I'm like, thank you for the opportunity, but what if I get in and you see something that make you not want to deal with me no more?
Hmm.
mm,
Because off the top, you approaching me because you see something you like, but what if I get in this and you see the real thing and you like, nah, pimp, that ain't even it.
mm.
Can I jump in and say something real quick?
Sure.
So I feel like I can relate in that regard because dealing with this new position and
Wait,
everybody
wait,
else
wait, man.
learning.
We ain't just gonna just cruise about that.
Yeah,
Clap
we
your
ain't gonna
hands for the
cruise over
new
that,
position.
bro.
Yes, God. Yes.
Hey,
Nah, we ain't
like,
gonna just
hey,
cruise
Congratulations.
over that.
like they say, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. No,
Fact.
but like, just so the way it started, even like it was God having to tell me, "Hey, I know you was a little upset about the last situation,
Mm-hmm.
but I need you to go in there and ask about it." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, haha, that's funny. All right, you know what? Just so I can say I was obedient, I'll
Yeah.
go in there and do it, right?" So I come in there jokingly, "Hey, so what happened? With the position, is it still out there?" "Oh yeah, it is. Has anybody applied?" "No. Why? You interested?" Yeah, I'm interested." And when I say it was like smooth selling
Mm-hmm.
the whole
Mm,
time, like nobody applied or anything. It was just me. I was the only
Mm.
one.
Mm.
Wow.
And it had to be out there for 2 weeks before I could even get the position. It had already
Mm-hmm.
been out there 2 weeks before I even applied.
mm,
Mm.
So I didn't have to go through a whole lot of waiting process. It was, man, it's definitely God. But I still, like Troy, fought with, well, shoot, do I really deserve this? Am I good enough?
Yeah.
Is what it,
wow.
like the things that I've done, although it's a lot, is it good enough? I know I was a lead and I've been a supervisor, but that was like, 5, 6 people. Is this good enough? So
Mm,
I was questioning myself, but then okay, so I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I fought like tooth and nail to go find me a vest
Man.
that I was supposed to wear as a supervisor, because the supervisor and manager had the same vest. And I was like, well, my
right.
Oh,
vest
okay.
is not the right vest. So I was like, I'm gonna go find me one. Y'all talking about let y'all know I want this and I'm hungry. So I went and found me one. And when I tell you people seeing me in that warehouse with that vest on, bro,
Yeah.
I feel like I did more for other people than what it did for me.
Yeah.
Just to
Wow.
see me in the vest. Like it gave so many people hope, it was crazy. I felt like I was on like a Hallmark movie or something.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was downplaying myself and questioning whether or not I deserved it. And everybody else was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Nah, you should have been had that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can definitely relate, sir.
One thing you
So,
said, I'm sorry, go ahead, Willie.
oh, it just brought me to the thought of even our little brother, Darrell, and his transition with the Lord blessing him with this new vehicle. Yes, that
Come on,
Honda,
new vehicle.
real smooth.
Come on then.
Yeah, real
That
smooth.
boy nice
Yeah, I
Oh
too,
just
man.
want, I
I
man.
ain't
just
gonna lie,
wanted
that
you
boy
to,
nice.
yeah, I just want you to jump in, bro. Just kind of share with us your, I guess, mentality and transition from not having a car, relying on people, losing a car, having to depend on people now. Like, okay, I got a vehicle. I'm at peace now. How was that whole thing for you?
Uh, I'm not gonna lie to you. My therapist, for y'all who out there watching, therapy is for black people. Go to
Yeah.
therapy. But my
Nah,
therapist
facts. I'm in
said
it
that
too.
I had a depressive season or like depressive episode or something like that. And I will admit that I could definitely see that because I feel like I attached my identity or what I was as a person to my car. Like, oh, if I can't do this, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like, so when I
yeah,
lost,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, well, now what I do? Don't go to the gym no more. Don't take care of myself. Don't go nowhere. Like, I literally just all I care about is working and making money, try to get another car. Like that consumed my every thought. It was like, oh shoot, how long am I gonna be able to do this? And but then as well, like it also what's the word? It made it harder because I was in a household with people who have seen me from a young age till now. So like in my mind, it's like, oh, am I still? Obviously, I'm not gonna be like this big macho man in their eyes. I'm always gonna be their baby, but it's like, am I still a man? Because all these women got cars, but I ain't got nothing. They having to take care of me, take me here,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like I
yeah.
don't like having to rely, and then like friends, like, hey, let's go do. I can't, Some people I tell why, but some people I don't. I was like, oh, I just can't do it. Not thinking like maybe if I tell them, hey, I ain't got no ride, they'll hook me up. I just stay at home, save
Yeah.
my coin or save my coin, save my bread, stuff like that. So like dealing with that was like super eye opening. It showed me where I had a lot of internal deficits that I needed to take to God.
Mm,
Um, what I will say though, on the other side of that, when I finally did get it, it was a smooth process.
yeah.
Excuse me. When I stopped trying to think of like the what if or how can or whatever the case may be, and just went with it, and whatever happened happened. That made it a whole lot easier. Because at the beginning, I was like, all right, I lost my car. At one point, I ain't have no driver's license, so I couldn't get a rental car because you have to have a valid driver's license or
Hmm.
ID. So and it had to have a picture on it. So like I think my insurance gave me a month, basically a month to get this rental car. So that entire month didn't have nothing. Um
Mm,
and then after I got it, after the ID came in, like I don't know if it was like a day or two or whatever, I found the car that I was looking for.
Wow.
So what I was telling Willie was like, I feel like God was really, even though I was rushing or I was impatient, I feel like God was postponing something
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
mm,
Like if I would have rushed, I would have did something out of anxiousness, and I would have been mad later. But yeah,
facts.
so like as soon as I got my ID, a day or two later, I found the car, got the loan from the bank, went to the dealership, test drove the car, everything. What I will say is I was originally looking for a 2025/2024, but your boy didn't make that much money. I make decent amount for what I need to do right now, but I don't make that much money to be affording them cars.
Nah,
No, that's
yeah.
So
Be
real. That's real.
wise.
uh
Be wise.
I think basically the car that I was looking at was like a $40,000 car, and I negotiated it down to like 30 something.
Wow.
But even at the 30, yeah, even at the 30 something, it was still a little far fetched for me to try to sustain my living now and add it on top of it. So I was like, even though I want it, that's not wise. So let me go, get some used. When I go, I see the car. Now, I'm so grateful for my mother. But the car looked like someone with a Nissan Altima was driving this car. The lights was hanging out. There was a cigarette put out on the inside. It was a bunch of stuff wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of stuff wrong with it. But after negotiation, my mom helped me get the car for under what I needed to get it for with warranty, and everything externally was fixed. Like all the dents, scratches, all that stuff was fixed. So to be able to get that with the price range that I wanted, I I still to this day I don't know how. Like, you know, I just God be the glory.
Hey, miracle signs and
But
wonders,
it's
brother.
like, what I'm saying? Like it was. I don't know
Yeah.
how long it was because the wreck was in March. And when did I get it? I got it like October something. So what that March, January, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So like eight,
Yes.
7, 8 months with no vehicle.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
vehicle. My God.
Man,
Yeah,
the Lord made a way. The Lord made a way. That's all I was saying. But yeah,
good
that was
stuff.
difficult, but I definitely appreciate what it did for me.
Yeah.
It gave me a
Mm,
new appreciation for what God has blessed me with and
mm,
what He's doing in my life. Like I was driving my car on my birthday, and I don't know. I just had like, this super like pressing like presence on my heart. Like you made it this far. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm.
some people
Yeah,
don't see 25. That's one. Two, some people
Mhm.
don't
fact.
have a 2019 car. You know what I'm saying? Some people got 1999 and, got to go to the mechanic every other day. Like the stuff that the Lord has blessed me with, it's definitely more than I could ever verbally speak. But yeah, it was definitely
Gotcha.
worth it that day.
Good stuff.
During your process of waiting for this new car,
hmm
what did you learn about you?
Mm.
I'm very impatient. Very impatient. Like,
I love your
even
honesty, though. I promise I do.
bro, even if it's like some food, it's like, can you like I have it in the microwave? Can you hurry up? Can you heat up faster? Like I don't like waiting for stuff. So when I have to
Jeez.
wait, it makes me mad. And it's
Oh,
like
good.
you're gonna have to wait for like anything in life. Anything
Yeah.
worthwhile they
Right.
say is worth waiting on.
It's worth waiting
So
for. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So just realizing, okay, they said it's gonna take about 3 to 6 weeks for my ID to get here. By that time, I can be able to go do this, and then it don't get here on that day. Okay, well, dang it, now that ain't work. So what I do now, like
Yeah.
just allowing God to move, and however He moves is like, hey, it's gonna work out
Yeah.
because it did
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But being okay with that, I feel like that's the thing that showed me the most, and I struggle with the most was the patience.
If
Right.
God would have given it to you when you wanted it, do you
Mm.
think you would still have it?
Nah, I would have been driving illegally with I don't know what kind of interest on like
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
there was a car I was looking at. They wasn't trying to give me no warranty. They wasn't trying to give us no inspection on it. They wasn't trying to they wasn't trying to do nothing. And I was like, well, I do need a car.
Yeah.
I might just have to suck it. You know what I'm
Been
saying?
there. Been there.
Yeah. 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 It would
I
have
was
been
like, I
way
just
worse.
need it right now. But then my mom was like, if you don't feel like 100% about it, don't do it because you're
Yeah.
gonna regret it later.
Yeah.
So.
I can attest to that, and I think Willie and Montez know exactly where I'm going to go. Uh, I went for about a week or so without a car. Shout out to
Mhm.
Montez and Willie for driving all the way to Dallas, and then all the way to Fort Worth, then back to Dallas to take a nigga home. But
Ooh,
Hey, you would have
look,
done it for us,
man,
bro. That ain't nothing.
It's
You would have done it for
yeah.
us.
in traffic.
man,
That's what we
man.
do. That's what we do.
My process of waiting was irritating because I had somebody who was ready to sell me a car. But
I know where it's
in the sale of this car, God used a very easy word or a very simple situation for me to say not no, but hell no. The person that wanted to sell me this car, Jay, told me, I'll sell you this car. But if and when it breaks down,
mm,
you can't tell nobody nothing.
Huh?
spicy.
That's the same face I made.
No, 'cause what do you mean I can't? First of all, you know it's gonna break down.
It's
You
our little
you say
secret.
if and when you can't tell it. Like, what do you mean?
So basically, if I would have went through with this, got
Uh,
the car from this person, and 24 hours later the engine goes clunk,
hmm
It just clocked.
the contract would have said 24 hours later, if your car dies, you have to shut up and just bite the bullet.
Mm,
It's an NDA,
I'll just
bro.
be
It's
without
an
a car,
NDA.
man.
But in my impatient part of me, the human part of me was like, nigga, but you need a car. You don't think
Hey,
this person would actually sell you something that's gonna break down time you get it. But God was like, listen. And what I thought it would have caused me to get my car fixed at the time was half of that price. And then I found, found me a good old Hispanic shop right up the street that cut that cost down. So
mm.
in
All right.
in in my process to wait on God, it was like, had I not waited and jumped out and got the car from this person, number one, I'd probably be in jail. I'm not gonna lie, because if it had broke down,
not in
Freedom
jail.
ain't
Oh my
get no
god.
closer.
I'd have probably went there. But God taught me, if if you just chill, like Dre say, just chill to the next episode, because the next episode is gonna be a lot better than where you are now. Just chill and let me handle it. My waiting allowed me to fix the car at half a price and still be able to be cordial with the person that was gonna sell me the car. Although God was like, "Don't be stupid. You know
Yeah.
who this person is now.
Facts.
So because you know who this person is now, don't ever let them get that close to you again. Because they were only that close to me because they saw how desperate I was for a vehicle.
Nah, I ain't gonna
Mm.
lie. The biggest thing for me, oh, well, another thing is like if you desperate enough, you will convince yourself of anything.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Even
will.
even if it sounds like the worst thing ever, you like, you know what? It's just for
Hmm.
right now. You know,
Hmm.
it can get better. You know, you will convince yourself of anything. But
True.
God had to sit me down. And was
Facts.
like, don't do it. I was
That's
like, you
why
know
so
what,
many
God? All right.
relationships don't work out.
My God.
You said what?
That's why so many relationships don't work out. We get into the relationship knowing this nigga garbage, but God can change the situation. 2 years later, you looking at him
Oh
like, why
man,
did I get married for 2, 3, 4,
stupid
5, and 6?
man.
It's like, God,
Something's
show
wrong
me a
with you.
sign, and then God start throwing stop sign, yield sign, don't
All
pass
of it.
go signs, and you still saying,
Oh
God,
my
send me a
Wrong
god,
way.
sign.
Turn around.
God is like,
man, take
I
a
done
Oh,
sent you
U-turn.
signs, nigga. You ain't watching none of them.
send the
God,
sign.
leave. Well, look, guys, I have had you guys on here for a good hour. I want to send a shout out to everyone who has been on this show, who have chimed in, whether it be on YouTube or on Facebook. Later, and they say, thank you for letting the ladies know he's a blessing, and I hope I keep him happy and fed. Happy and fed. Happy
Happy
Ishando and fed.
No,
and
no.
fed.
Hallelujah.
See. Now you got to
Why he
redirect it.
say
She
it
didn't say
three
I
times?
hope. She said I keep him.
So
She ain't
yes, you say
hope.
I keep him
I
happy
keep
and
him.
fed and fed and
Yeah,
fed,
Lord.
fed.
And fed.
And
And fed.
fed.
Hallelujah. Mondo
Y'all
burger.
say some
Each
slogans, y'all.
whenever I say
Mondo
Mondo
Burger.
burger, I feel like I'm speaking in tongues. Mondo burger, Mondo burger, Mondo burger. That you quicken your spirit. She said, I
Uh,
love that you all are able to be your authentic selves, amazing black man. Look, if I couldn't be myself on my own show, I wouldn't even do this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I spent so much time trying to be everything else to everybody else that didn't really care. If I couldn't come on here and be my own ratchet self, or be my, I tell people I am the perfect combination of ratchetness and righteousness.
You know what I
Mm.
figured out? It's a whole lot easier to just be yourself
Yeah,
than
Facts.
to
It
pretend to
is.
be somebody else to fit somebody else's
Mm-hmm.
narrative. Nah, that it don't fit. It's okay.
because once you meet me in public, you gonna want to meet that same person that you saw on camera.
Nah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So niggas know, don't walk up to me in the mall and think my hands are lifted and I'm speaking in tongues.
Thunder.
Don't don't invite me
My
out to
hands
eat and I
lifted.
get steak and y'all think I'm gonna get a Dr. Pepper because that's that a Dr. Pepper don't go with a steak. I'm just saying you gotta have
It
something
really
else.
don't.
Gotta do something
Yeah.
else with that. But final words before we go, starting with you, Jay.
Have patience. If you ain't got patience, read your Bible, find out how to get patience. There you go.
Good, because I don't. I'm finding that. Montez, final words.
I would just say, in spite of what others may say or feel, continue to believe in yourself, man. There's no limit to what God can do for you.
Uh, I'm sorry. I just looked at Jay and I saw Ti for some reason. I'm sorry. Let me back up.
Ti. What?
Well, whenever Ti
What's
had
up,
his
Tip?
his,
Hey, that's a
his hair,
businessman right there. Stop playing. That's a
What's up,
businessman.
Tip?
Oh.
will it give
What's
us
up, Tip?
the scripture of the day and your final
It's
words? Because
funny.
you are the walking Bible.
They are one and the same, sir. You ain't even got to tell him that. He already
That
know that.
part. The Bible says in closing,
Oh man.
uh, I would say, close proximity, man, doesn't always mean good intention. I would just leave it with that. And
yeah.
just because people are close to you doesn't necessarily mean they have your best interests at heart. So when people show you their true colors, believe them. If they showing you blue and you saying green, it's blue.
It's blue.
Believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's blue.
You can be
Yeah,
dumb if
that's
you
it.
want to. See something that ain't there. Shout out, we definitely can't end this show without doing a shout out to the one and only Bishop Sherman C.G. Allen and Dr. Otonya Allen, the Christ Cathedral
Hey,
Church of Fort Worth. Every Sunday, 10 a.m. Y'all got to get an address because y'all know I'm not good with numbers. So what's the address?
3201 Purrington Avenue, Fort Worth,
yes,
Texas.
sir. That's it.
10 o'clock every Sunday morning, Wednesdays
Every
at
Sunday,
7:30 or 7 o'clock.
7:30. 7:30.
7:30. You can stream the Bible study with Bishop Sherman C.G. Allen right here on Facebook and YouTube. I'm trying to get them on Twitch also. I don't see too many churches on Twitch, so I'm trying to change that. Um,
Okay.
Again, shout out to Lady Renee. Thank you for being one of our viewers on today. Andrea Dean, thank you. Lady O'Neill, thank you. Devin Renee, thank you. From YouTube, people who I don't even know, but I'm glad you found us. Jadage, thank you. Jody
Appreciate you.
Castillas, thank you. Builder Chato, thank you for. Just checking this out, man. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget, I told you guys right after this, we're going to regroup, and the guys are going to come back with sports therapy, where you will not see me because if I had to be a part of the show, there wouldn't be a show because who don't know about sports is I.
This guy.
But in the meantime, in between time, man, thank you guys once again for being a part of the show on today. This is your boy Taz, joined with, we're going to start up to the, I don't know if y'all can see, but starting at the top,
It's your boy T.
okay, right under me.
What's happening? It's your boy Willie Beeman. We back.
Right next to L.
It's your boy JJ.
Y'all need to stop
I thought the
laughing at
order
me.
was missed.
I was wondering how you was gonna do that.
You can't say
I was
just
like,
laugh,
am I
laugh,
underneath
laugh in the right, right, right. You know what? What we
Oh man.
didn't do is this though. Montez, how can they find you on social media, man?
Oh man, Montez Toombs on Facebook. Your boy T on everything else. Well, no, wait, I'm sorry. MR2 MBS on everything else.
Willie, how can they find you on social media?
IG, man, you just type in W Strickland. That's WSTRCKLIN, not LAND. Please get that right. And then on TikTok, man, it's Willie Beeman. Y'all know what it is.
I'm gonna tell you, Willie, what the people told me, but they didn't tell me. But if they did tell me, they would tell me to tell you, nigga, they need to see you dancing some more. So I'm gonna just leave that right there.
Yes,
JJ, where can
you
we
right.
find you on social media?
So you can find me on Instagram at underscore is dot ya dot boy with two eyes underscore, and then on TikTok you find me under JJ or Jesus Love JJ on TikTok.
That boy got that fresh twist too. I can tell. That boy got
No, I
that
don't.
fresh hairstyle.
I'm taking the mug out tomorrow. My
Man,
scalp itching,
look, I'll be like this. I'm telling you, the guy's son is true. When I used to get braided, my favorite thing to do, and if I'll be like,
man.
oh.
When I put that bonnet on at nighttime, that's all you be seeing. I be looking just like my mama, just right here.
He sure do.
I
That's
love it.
funny.
Anywho, Highway, we'll be right back with Sports Therapy. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back next week because we will be back even if we have to be virtual. But this is the intro podcast. Thank you guys once again.